First up, we have America Cammarota, Assessments Strategist for the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security. Her talk is titled, Limiting Beliefs, Why Imposter Syndrome Isn't Real. Over to you, America.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is America Cammarota, and today I would like to talk to you about limiting beliefs and how they hold us back from our true potential. Limiting beliefs are thoughts and opinions that we hold for ourselves that restricts your ability to achieve something. It puts boundaries and limitations on what we perceive to be reasonable and holds us back from who we want to become. Limiting beliefs can be incredibly harmful to women's life and success, limiting her achievements, opportunities, and happiness. Some common limiting beliefs are things such as, I'm not strong enough, smart enough, experienced enough, I don't have enough time, I'm too young or too old, it's too late for me. The beliefs that we hold for ourselves are very powerful. They can either create opportunities or they can prevent us from pursuing our goals. All expectations are a story of the possible. Every person lives inside a story of who they are, what they are worth, and what is possible for their life. The problem with limiting beliefs is that they're not very accurate. They're mostly pessimistic ideas that prevent you from achieving your fullest potential. Through my career, I've had many limiting beliefs, and even when I got an invitation to speak at this event today, I thought, who wants to hear from me? But I am honored to be standing here today and thought that I should talk about this exact topic, as I am sure many of you might also struggle with this. I want to tell you my story and some of the lessons I've learned along the way. I'm a first-generation Hispanic woman that grew up in New York in a large family, and when I graduated high school, I decided to enlist in the Marine Corps. I started to have limiting beliefs right away, and I thought, I may not be strong enough for the physical aspects of being a Marine or smart enough for the job that I was pursuing, which was an O231 all-source intelligence analyst. But as it turns out, I had a successful 5-year career in the Marine Corps. It exceeded all my expectations. I had high fitness scores, I achieved the rank of sergeant in 4 years, I briefed 3-star generals like General Berger, I was selected to work at the Pentagon for the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Neller at the time, and providing him and his general staff with intelligence every day. It paved the way for me to do so much more in life. And being at the Pentagon, I realized that I could do a job that I loved out of uniform. During my time in the Marine Corps, I also had a limiting belief that I wasn't smart enough for college or had enough time. But I would go to night school and online school. I was able to graduate with my associate's degree when I left service. For the longest time, I wanted to see the world and travel. But I had the limiting belief that it might be too dangerous. But when I left service, I decided to take 3 months off and go to 22 countries in Europe. I even skydived out of a helicopter in Switzerland. The next limiting belief was when the opportunity came to work at a startup. And I thought I might not be experienced enough for this. One of my former bosses asked me to join the team, and we would go to startup conferences in Silicon Valley and Toronto. Our company was selected to join a competitive cyber accelerator program where I pitched to investors at Amazon Web Services, and we were able to secure funding. Next was my first civilian job back into the intelligence world. I remember thinking, this will be hard. Can I do this job as a civilian? My first contracting job was at FBI headquarters, where I worked at the Violent Crimes Unit. I was passionate about pursuing a role that concerned emerging technologies and wanted to get back into DoD. I remember the exact moment when I applied for my next civilian role, and I took a leap of faith. I became a contractor for OUSD I&S in the Technical Collections Office, and I worked there for 2 years, where I was able to help shape emerging and disruptive technologies, topic priorities, and help lead numerous Tiger teams. I had this limiting belief that I would have to work as a contractor for many years before I applied for a government role, that I was too young. The opportunity presented itself, and I remember thinking I would be happy just to get an interview. But 2 years ago, at this exact event, I found out I got the job. I should have felt happy, but I was actually overwhelmed and had this limiting belief that I had to prove that I belonged in that job. I'm happy to report back that I'm doing great, exceeding expectations, and I'm soon to finish a large report that will be seen by the President and the National Security Council. You would think that after all that I've been able to accomplish, I'd be done with limiting beliefs. Recently, it's taking a new form in helping others. I had this initial limiting belief that people wouldn't want my help. But then I found amazing organizations like Amazing Women of the IC, AWIC, and Command Purpose that changed that for me. I currently am on the social planning committee for AWIC and have been successful in doing numerous events with authors and question and answer sessions with the most inspiring women. I was able to facilitate for a Command Purpose workshop just a couple of months ago that helped veteran women going through transition. It has been the most rewarding experience. Limiting beliefs are not just in the workplace. They can be in your personal life too. 5 years ago, I recognized that I wasn't reading as much as I used to when I was younger, and I had told myself that I didn't have enough time, that I thought, what if I made time? I started reading 20 books a year, then 30, all the way to 75. And from 5 years ago today, I have read 265 books, and I've also made so many connections with local authors, bookstores, friends, and expanded my worldview. I would be remiss not to mention the limiting beliefs that people hold for women, and the long line of history of women that challenge those beliefs. Beliefs such as women can't join the Marine Corps. Well, Opha May Johnson changed that. Women can't work in the CIA as an officer. Well, Eloise Page changed that. Women can't be spies. Virginia Hall changed that. And women can't be vice president. Well, Kamala Harris changed that. And I hope to see the first female president in my lifetime. If you don't see it. Be the first. So what lessons did I learn? 1, it's important to have good mentors that can see potential in you that you aren't seeing in yourself yet. I've had some incredible mentors that have helped me navigate my career and strive for more. 2, you can't do it alone. Have a good network, surround yourself with people who will say your name in a room full of opportunities. 3, have the audacity. Pursue what you want to pursue. You have the power of being underestimated. It is a catalyst for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. 4, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And 5, the last one, and I think may be the most important one, be intellectually curious. Cultivate a learning mindset. From this perspective, your limitations are experienced quite differently. Your mistakes are seen as an inevitable part of the learning process rather than your failings. I subscribe to the anti-library theory and the power of unread books, not to collect books you have read so you can proudly display them on your shelf. Instead, it is to curate a highly personal collection of resources around themes that you are curious about. So, I want to leave you with this today, that if you can only be one of yourselves, then be your best self. The IC needs you, we have so much to give, and I encourage the next generation of minds to put their talents to use in the IC. Play big, take risks, and do not allow limiting beliefs to stop you from achieving what you want to achieve. Playing big doesn't come from working more, pushing harder, or finding confidence. It comes from listening to the most powerful and secure part of you, not the voice of self-doubt.